No, that.
Welcome everybody to Dueling Aces for November 15, 2021. And with me, as always, Statsman Mr. Zolt, Adam, Clint, and borrowed from the bearded bastards themselves, Mr. Bruiser.
Should be just a regular cast member now. I'm telling you, I need
to
be.
Well, I must get, go through copyrights and everything else, and permissions and all that jazz.
So, as I was saying before we went live, I heard something about Akers today.
You did?
Yes. Did you know that when the stork showed up at the hospital with Akers in tow, his mom slapped the stork for delivering such an ugly-ass baby?
Oh, this rivalry is fucking
Whoa.
like,
I'm telling you.
And the bad thing is we haven't had them on together at the same time.
Hang on. Bruiser, that was a hell of a wide receiver pick.
Who, me?
Oh,
CD Lamb.
Oh, yeah, no, it's terrible. I mean, the worst one ever. How could I have picked so wrong? Sure as shit saved his ass yesterday, didn't it? Good God.
Yeah, I know. Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
You know, inbred cousins in West Virginia make fun of Akers for being stupid?
Oh, one of these days we are going to be able to get both of them together, and it will be on like Donkey Kong.
It would involve Akers showing up.
You're literally just going to have to mute the rest of us and let them go at it.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just going to be too damn hysterical.
At one point, I will literally just exit out of my computer and walk away. Simply because he will say something so profoundly stupid, it will make me question my existence. And then I will.
After you punch him in the 5-hole.
Oh, preferably before.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
It's still one of the best fantasy names I've seen this year.
Yeah.
The creativity of this group is something else. That's all I can say.
Hey, that's pretty badass. So the flyover in San Francisco right now for the game, one of the they had the fighter jets, but they had the refueling plane in front of them too. That was pretty slick.
Nice.
Yeah, that was pretty. I haven't seen that before.
No, neither have I.
I can tell you that my wife was on a refueling plane when she was in in Civil Air Patrol when they refueled. I think it was a B-52. She said. So, we want to talk about that shit show of a game yesterday, or we want to talk about that shit, or we want to talk about those shit shows of a game on Saturday?
Well, let's start with Saturday first. Saturday came before Sunday.
I mean, can we talk about how? Texas. Oh, Texas!
God.
The mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. Now, I was in the middle.
Getting rid of his ass after a season?
Yeah, they are.
No shit.
there's a vocal minority. It's a vocal minority. It's a loud vocal minority, but it's a vocal minority. And I can understand. However, like I was saying to Zolt yesterday in the chat, that you've got 3 different recruiting classes there currently. You've changed head coaches, I believe 4 times in the last 5 years. You have to give him time. There's no other way around it. Like you are not gonna dig yourself out of this hole if you start pulling a Michigan after what was his name?
Rich
Carr
Rod?
retired.
Oh,
No,
well,
after
yeah.
Carr retired.
Moeller?
And you went, what's that?
Mauler?
Gary Moeller?
I mean, you went through Carr retired, and then you had 3 coaches before you got to
Khaki?
khaki pants,
They all run together.
right? But you can't. You got to give him time. Let him get a recruiting class in. I would, God, hire a defensive coordinator for fuck's sakes. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, it's the Big 12. It might be that hard, but
How about I say it's the Big 12? They don't believe in defense. You got to win shootouts
No,
every week.
you, Clint, need to shut your mouth and let me have some hope here that maybe, just maybe.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
we're,
man.
we're Detroit. We are Detroit and Cleveland fans. There is no hope here.
I don't know.
Oh man, did he get it?
Yes, he did.
Wilson bikini patch auto. Sorry. Oh my god. Ah.
So yeah, I mean that I was checking scores and watching clips in between breaks we were taking. We were in the midst of a 7-hour D&D marathon on Saturday afternoon.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is one intense session.
Okay, I mean, I'm derailing it right now. So, what's your class? Just
Tiefling.
curious. Okay, that's a race. What's your class?
Sorcerer. She's
We're
a
not.
she's a wild mage. Here you go, Zolt. You'll appreciate this. So she's tiefling.
Detection system. It's your dad calling. And man, is he pissed.
Sorry.
So she's a tiefling, sorcerer with wild magic, who does not know she is a tiefling and has Tourette's.
Going heavy in. I understand.
It is so much fun. So much fun. But yeah, I don't smoke, but there's a few members of the group, including the DM who smokes. So we get like an hour and a half in, and all right, let's smoke. And I'd pull out my phone, just start looking at scores, and I saw the final play of the Texas game. I had just dejected, just looked at my phone. I'm done. No more. I mean, I'm still looking at the rankings though, going how is like 1-loss Oregon number 3 and Cincinnati still not in the top 5?
Because that win of Ohio State has a lot of weight.
It shouldn't. Ohio State's not that good.
Don't tell their fans that.
They're not that
George, Ohio State's not that good this year.
You notice how the cold shoulder, just straight ignore it. Done.
He's muted. He is engineering the show.
Yes.
good.
No, it's like I had
or he's frozen. One of the two.
no, he's moving.
He moved.
I actually had a buddy that I made a comment about something, and he commented on my Facebook post. He was talking about nobody's stopping Ohio, and that's the thing I hate about Ohio. It's like I don't even hate Ohio State. I hate their fan base more because they got a little bit of taste of winning, and they're just the most arrogant, cockiest group of fans I've ever met.
That's how I feel about that's how I feel about Steelers fans.
Yeah. Because all they want to talk about
See, I respect the hell out of them. To me, Red Sox fans are worse than Yankees fans.
Yeah, that and the accent.
I have a ton of respect for the Rooneys and what they did in Pittsburgh and what they've built and the success that organization has had, and the fact that the entire history of that organization, they've only had 3 head coaches and like 6 or 7 starting quarterbacks. You know, like they have put the right people in charge and kept it that way.
Well, Zolt's got the control. Oh wait, no, he doesn't.
I have nothing. I'm just
But
here.
I cannot stand Stiller fans at all.
Would that be your most hated fan base, in your opinion?
For me?
For you, yeah.
No, God no. For me, it's Ohio State fans.
Okay.
Because I used to be one. I had an Ohio State tattoo at one point, and now there's a dragon that covers it from my elbow to my shoulder because I got so sick of the Ohio State fan base.
And the thing is like, don't get me wrong, Michigan hasn't done shit in the rivalry, but if there's just that one sliver of hope and they somehow fucking pull it out, you bet your ass I'm gonna talk shit like we beat their ass for fucking however many years, because I've been dealing with this shit. I'm literally the week of the game. My friends will blow my fucking Facebook timeline up with, this many days since Michigan beat Ohio State and blah 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 blah, all this shit. Yeah, bet your ass we may get the one. If we get one this year, which I don't think we will, I will talk mad shit like we've been fucking whooping your ass for years.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to, just because
I have
God
an
knows
update.
when we'll have it again.
Hold on 1 second, Zolt. So Stafford went to bomb one to OBJ, and it got picked off because OBJ cut the route short.
Oh, but he's not the problem.
Nope.
Fuck OBJ. Enough said. Don't care about him.
So anyway, I'm sorry.
Just throw it to Cup. That's all I give a shit about. Just throw it to Cup every damn pass.
You don't need points to win tonight, do you?
God, hang on. I'm gonna win the one, and it's questionable in the 2 others. So I need Henderson to go off, and I need Cup to go off.
I need Cup to go off too. I got Cup in 2 leagues.
But here's the thing: Cup can't go off too much because I'm against him in the one that I'm winning.
I need Cup to go. Give me at least 785 in the TD. I'm cool with that. I think that'll be enough for me.
I need a bad game from Devo so I can beat Doug in the one Dueling Aces. I think it's one of the Georgia's leagues. I'm looking at the score and it's like he's literally like his projection and where I'm already at. I have all my players that have played. There's like a 20 to 25 point swing. That's with just what he's getting projected, and I know in Georgia's league you're probably going to go over.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got in the MI Aces. I've got. Hang on, that's where I've got Henderson. I've got Debo, and I've got kicker. Matt Gay. Yeah, and then in Dueling Aces, that's where I've got Cup. And I'm behind on both, so I just need lots of points.
Yeah, I got my ass whipped in the DA league. Ain't none of my guys show up. I got burnt by the fact that Kyler Murray and D Hop always wait till like 3 o'clock before they get announced they can't play. I got to try to find a quarterback.
We went on the air. I happened to check my Facebook memories. Today was 1 year ago today was the Hail Murray game against the Bills. If you guys can remember that one.
Yeah.
Hell of a game. I remember watching that whole thing from start to finish.
It was a great game. I love a game. But I need some people to go.
All right, Georgia's back. Be quiet. Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Had to take that.
No problem.
Dad's calling. Had to take that. Sorry.
You let the inmates on the asylum. It's all good.
It's why I love you guys.
Take a
I love
not an inmate.
Oh my God! I'm gonna kill that dog.
So what else did you want to get into about Saturday? I know you brought up the whole Texas thing. Was there anything else?
No, I just since we don't have racing to talk about. Well, not that you guys care about racing anyway. I mean, but
Well,
anyway.
actually, there is a big
I
announcement
also was
coming.
about their running back for the rest of the year too. Texas
That's true.
Robinson, ain't that his name?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
he's out
well,
for the rest of the
for
year.
the Roush Fenway Keselowski racing tomorrow.
Yeah, is that what? Is
Yeah,
that you think they're just one of the names?
I think it'll end up being like RFK racing.
That'd be pretty cool.
We'll just get a big picture of Bobby Kennedy's blood-soaked head. That'll be the logo.
Ooh, we're about to get kicked out the first 25 minutes of the show.
Wow.
The best thing was none of you saw that coming, and it was just a perfect.
Oh yeah.
You know, we talked about the dead men thing last night. Where were you last night? What this one?
I was.
Because Bobby did come up in conversation last night.
I was sitting in the back room of my house, watching the football game and enjoying the fire with my wife. That's what I was doing last night.
Yeah,
The kids went to bed, and it was beautifully silent in my home.
I was gonna say it was peaceful.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Um,
Last night's Perfect 10 show was a very unique one, to say the least. The dead men conversation. 10 dead men you have a drinking conversation. Very good lists out of us.
I can name 5 off the top of my head.
That you'd want to sit down
Yes.
and have a drink with? Yeah?
Yes, and have a conversation with.
Shoot.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, Muhammad Ali.
They were all on the
I had
list.
2 of them on my list.
Almost all of them were on our lists. I
I
think
had Martin Luther King got one.
Malcolm X was probably the only one not on the list.
He was close.
It
I
was
wanted
close.
to put him and Martin Luther King together.
If you ever want to watch a really good movie, and it's fictional in a sense, but they put it out on Amazon Prime. It's called One Night in Miami.
I heard of it. I ain't seen it, but
It's on my watch list. I haven't watched it yet though.
But it's the night that Muhammad Ali beat Cassius Clay for the title, or not Cassius Clay, but Sonny Liston for the title. And it's right before Malcolm split away from the Nation of Islam, and it's Malcolm and Muhammad Ali still as Cassius Clay at that point. I can't remember the jazz singer. Jim Brown, and then there's a I can't remember the jazz singer's name that's with them. But all of them are in like a hotel room in Miami, and they're all conversing throughout the night, and it's an amazingly done movie.
Sam Cooke,
that's right. But it's well done. It's worth the watch. If you have an hour and a half to waste on like a Saturday or a Sunday, pop it on and watch it. It's well worth the watch.
Oh no, it's football season. We ain't got time on Friday or Saturdays or Sundays.
I didn't say now. I said when you have one. I mean, in like 2 weeks when Michigan season's over and they're not going to a bowl game.
Even if we lose one more, I think we still go to the Rose Bowl.
I can see that.
Which unfortunately means we probably play Oregon.
Hello, Colleen.
Well, you probably do what the Buckeyes couldn't do.
I don't think Michigan's.
Colleen is back, by the way, for the second night in a row, and will be our guest this upcoming week on the Perfect 10.
It's getting cold out.
She's like glutton for punishment.
She will be joining us for when we go through the dead women. What meant?
Eleanor Roosevelt. That's one.
Michigan's going to a bowl.
Yeah, bowl
So I
eligible.
have here on the I have here a list of college football bowl projections. You guys want to
Shoot.
go through a couple
Shoot.
of them?
Absolutely.
Just
Go
with the
ahead.
New Year's Six or whatever.
So let's start with the New Year's the New Year's Day stuff. And currently the playoff projection is Georgia at number 1, Ohio State number 2, Cincinnati at number 3, Alabama number 4, Oklahoma and Oregon 5 and 6.
That is so not going to happen.
Which mean they basically saying the 2-loss Bama team will probably still get in the 4, or they having Bama beat
Yeah,
Georgia.
I was going to say a 2-loss Bama team is still going to make it into the playoffs.
Well,
Be
they
the first-
shouldn't. So those are in the Cotton you have Ohio State versus Cincinnati, Georgia versus Alabama, and I really think that they're doing it 1-4-2-3. Okay, I can see that. Never mind. But the ones I want to get into are the actual so you got the Sugar, the Rose, the Fiesta, and the Peach. And we'll start at the Peach Bowl. Notre Dame versus Pitt is
Ugh,
what their current projection is.
that's an ugly matchup.
Ew. Okay.
Which is good for Pitt, but I hate Notre Dame.
And these are this is off of CBS.com. So
Okay.
we have January 1st, Michigan State versus Oklahoma State in the Fiesta Bowl.
That could be a good game.
Yeah.
The Rose.
I think Oklahoma State's going to beat Oklahoma.
I think Oklahoma State's going to beat Oklahoma too. Bedlam's always is one of those games that's just it's up in the air. It's like Texas and Oklahoma. I think I said this to you, Adam, in a chat where I said, watch. And this is the week of the Texas game. I said, Texas is going to get their ass whipped, and then they're going to come out, and they're going to go like gangbusters against Oklahoma. And sure as shit they did. They ended up losing. But for whatever reason, that Red River game, you throw the records out, you throw everything out because they're going to.
Right.
January 1st, also you got the Rose Bowl. Michigan versus Oregon is what they're predicting at the moment.
Ooh. That would be ugly.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah, it'd be real ugly. And Burridge would just have a field day.
Michigan beat Penn State, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Squeezed.
So if now our stats and figures and legal guys, Zolt can correct me if I'm wrong. But if Michigan were to beat Ohio State by virtue of the tiebreaker, because Ohio State would have had to have beaten Michigan State, and Michigan lost to Michigan State, Ohio State would get into the Big Ten title game over Michigan, correct?
Not if Michigan beats them.
Hang on.
Because Michigan State would have 2 losses in the Big Ten, Purdue and Ohio State. So they would put themselves. Well, if Ohio State beats them, they're out.
No. If Michigan beats Ohio State.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But if Ohio State beats Michigan State, that gives them 2 losses in the conference.
I'm going off of just tied record. Now I understand head to head, because we're in the Michigan and Ohio State are in the same division.
Right. And so is Michigan State. They're all.
I don't think they should be. I think you should break them up.
No. But if Michigan holds their cards, if they win out, they go to the playoffs. It's basically what they've said.
Well, they gotta win the title though. They gotta win.
Well, yeah, that too. But At this point, I wouldn't give a shit if we went through the fucking Big Ten championship and lost. We made it. We're there.
No, you'd be on here the next day bitching about khaki pants and something he did during the game.
Okay, hang on.
We know
Hang
you
on.
all too well.
Mhm.
Remember, you ain't
Hang on.
BS in this crew.
All right, hang on.
We do know you.
We asked, so I just pulled up the Big Ten divisional tiebreaker. So the procedure is, first and foremost, if two teams are tied, the winner of the game between the two tied teams shall be the representative.
Okay.
Figured that.
If 3 or more teams are tied, there's an 8-step process.
Oh,
That's
good
something.
lord.
Leave it to the Big Ten.
Oh, God.
This shit might be
it
so
just-
complicated.
It gets better.
I was going to say, because Michigan Michigan State,
Hold the
Over
tiebreaker
Michigan.
over Michigan.
yep. Who would, oh,
And Michigan
Jesus
beat Ohio
God.
State. They
Right?
were on a tiebreaker
Oh,
over there,
my
but then say
God.
we beat Michigan
Get-
State. That's so
Hey,
confusing.
Zolt, get that 8-step process ready, brother, because that got a weird
I-
feeling.
I got it right here. It's actually, you just keep going through the 8 steps until one of them gives you an answer. So
God.
Did they just consult with a magic 8-ball for this?
hang on. That's step number 8.
Oh, all right.
It's the
No, I mean like
step.
number 1 is the records of the 3 or more tied teams will be compared based on a winning percentage in games between the tied teams.
Oh, let's not just start it off convoluted.
Uh, if you're still tied, the records of the 3 or more tied teams will be compared based on winning percentage within the division.
What?
Okay, next.
The records of the teams will be compared against the next highest placed teams in their division in order of finish. I don't even know what the hell that means.
That means against the rest of the group. So whoever else is in that division of the Big Ten, what their records are, which we would probably say they would have beaten everybody.
Okay.
At
The
no
record-
point do they talk about anything about common opponent.
Not yet.
Strip a
Hang on,
schedule.
hang
Hang on,
hang on.
don't skip a step.
We got
Skip the steps.
step number 4. The records will be compared based on winning percentage against all common conference opponents.
Next.
The records of the teams will be compared based on the best cumulative conference winning percentage of non-divisional opponents. So they give an example. So East number 1 non-divisional opponents are 20-7. East number 2 non-divisional opponents are 19-8. East number 3 non-divisional opponents are 14-13. East number 1 would be the representative.
What? No, what? How? This is so goddamn convoluted.
Yeah.
And
How much-
I thought, and here I thought Common Core math was hard.
Hey, you know what? Next time anybody in my league asks me why I don't have a tiebreaker,
This is why.
This is
you
why.
want
Yep.
this? This is what you want? And the last thing in the world I ever want is to have to explain this shit to somebody else like I understand it.
It should be
Hey, you
head-to-head
do a
against
great
strip
job
schedule or
just
something,
taking it.
like. How is not strip a schedule any kind of part of this? Like, you think that would be one of the key things if you want to decide to break a tie or a weird 3-team tiebreaker like that?
I tell you what, looking at these bowl projections, though, the January 1st slate of games, if they hold out, Wisconsin versus Kentucky looks like it'd be good. Iowa and Texas A&M looks like it'd be amazing. Mississippi State, Ole Miss
Well,
and
Kansas State, Mississippi State isn't bad.
no, Ole Miss versus Oklahoma. Oof.
Penn State versus Arkansas. Ooh.
Who'd have thought 3 years ago that Arkansas would be in a bowl game?
Yeah.
Touche.
And let me just enlighten everybody with step number 8, which is very important. So
You have
if
to
you
go to a
had-
dragon's lair, find the dragon, steal his treasure hoard, and then you
That
get
would-
the answer to who represents the East and West.
would be so much better than what step number 8 is. So If,
God.
if
Lord.
steps 1 through 7 do not break your tie, the representative will be chosen by random draw.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh God. Okay, throw that down.
It
Wait
is
a
a
minute.
Magic 8 Ball.
Hold on.
They came with step number 8. Like we will never have to go to a step number 8.
Hold on.
You're just
Hold
hoping
on.
to God you
So
don't
let's
get
just say, in some weird alternate reality, Ohio State, Michigan State, and Penn State tie 1 year, and they make it through all 7 steps. And then we draw, and then all of a sudden Northwestern is representing the East at like 6-6.
I would imagine it's a draw of
Between
the
those,
teams that are tied.
Yeah, it'll be between the ones
It
that
does
are tied.
not specify. It does not specify. It says
These are the
random
rules for the
draw.
but it says these are the rules for the tie-breaking teams.
No, because
Yeah,
some
that's
I
what it says.
understand what the first part says, but in that specific rule, it mentions nothing about the tied teams. It just says the representative will be chosen by random draw.
Hey. It
Hold on.
doesn't say it. Hang on. It doesn't say it has to be a Big Ten team either.
Correct.
Oh,
I could
Jesus
see some. I'm
Christ.
not.
That's it. All right. Next goddamn topic.
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying that it's.
Jesus flipping
I'm not saying that
Christopher.
it would
The
happen.
49ers are up 7-0. You got to get out of here.
Wait. How'd they score? That's
Kittle.
important.
Kittle.
I have him in the league.
Doesn't help me worth a damn.
Same league Mike Gesicki scored a 0 in.
Leave it to Halfhill. I like that.
God.
Can we do the sack races in round robin tournament?
Yeah, might as well.
oh my God, I agree with Colleen. I hope.
Colleen, put the beer down.
Hey, George, since you were on the phone with your dad, I'm going to repeat this so that you and everybody else can hear it. Ohio State is not that good.
Oh, no, I know they're not. I totally know they're not. That's why I
Well,
don't see them finishing in
I think
number
everybody
2.
know they're not that good.
I know they're not that good.
I need
Going
to
off-
ask
They're going to have to pull off the greatest show on turfs just to turn around and sneak a spot into the playoff if they get that far.
Listen,
No,
if that
the-
Detroit Lions team that played the Steelers showed up against the
Oh,
Ohio
no,
State
I'm
Buckeyes,
sorry. You mean the kicker who got a little extra fundage in his back pocket to horribly, and I do mean horribly, try to not win the game yesterday?
are you saying that he purposefully threw the game, George?
Oh, dude. Even Bryce was sitting on the couch going, that's not how you kick that ball. And if a 10-year-old can see that, yeah. Oh, yeah. He totally, yeah.
How many?
Somebody was on the take yesterday.
Devil's advocate, real quick.
Easy acres.
Is it possible he assumed he was going to be iced or thought he was going to be iced?
No, because Pittsburgh had called the timeout while he was walking out on the field.
Yeah, but still.
So, no.
Touchdown 49ers, 14-0.
I just
Who
can't.
was it? Who was it?
It's a defensive interception for a touchdown.
Jeez, that's 2 on T for Matt
Matthew
Stafford.
Stafford yards are not looking well.
We're just running out of points here because San Fran's only going to score like 21.
Hey, that's good. That's good if the Rams fall behind. That just means more targets for Cup.
That just means my damn defense is getting run over.
That first touchdown came off of a OBJ not running the route completely.
Yeah. Shocker.
Before we jump ahead out of the college, this is the one question I did want to ask Zolt, being the fellow Michigan fan here, is that this game on Saturday, in our eyes, we would love for the stadium to blow up and they both lose, but that's not going to happen. So, like, I keep seeing in all the Michigan chats, like, who do we want to win? Listen, I mean, what's your opinion on it? We want
Don't
Ohio
you-
State.
I mean, I will never utter the words I want Ohio State to win, but
Yeah.
I want Michigan State to lose.
Fair enough.
I mean, if you go into the assumption of next week, that obviously that game means everything. And we say that until we lose to Maryland this week, but that game means everything.
Wow.
That game means
Almost lost
everything.
to Rutgers.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I was gonna say
So-
that's true. You almost did.
If that game means everything, you want it to mean as much as possible, which means you want Ohio State looking as good as possible. So you go in there and you take care of business, and it puts you in the top 5.
I think an Ohio State
4?
win. An Ohio State win plays more into Michigan's favor than an Ohio State loss, because if Ohio
It does.
State loses, they're already a 2-loss team, and they pretty much can write away any chance of a 2-loss Big Ten team going to the playoff. So
And Michigan will be the one that will end the season for them too, if both teams.
yeah,
win.
so
You're welcome for the pictures.
Yeah.
then
Don't
so
know,
then
man.
you're going to have an amped up Ohio State team for the following week. I think
What?
though that
What in the blue hell happened here?
Somebody's
You
ferret
said-
got hungry.
I mean, it looks like a dog tried to attack him.
I was not in Penn State, I promise you.
no, he caught on fire.
I was like, huh?
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
know,
his
man. I don't know.
he shot last year, not his fucking leg.
Yeah, but how?
The space heater's on the sideline. He stood too close to it and it melted his fucking cheap ass
Pants.
khaki blue jeans.
The other thing I would say though is, so Michigan plays Maryland this weekend, right?
14.5-point favorites as of right now. Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
Dang, Colleen.
Damn.
Colleen,
Fine,
you got to
that's
look
fine.
at the big picture. I'm not
Colleen hates the
an
Buckeye.
It's fine.
I'm not an Ohio State fan. I'm not a Michigan fan, but you got to look at the big picture. If Ohio State loses this weekend to Michigan State, they have nothing left to play for but a January 1st bowl bid and beating Michigan. And I would
Yep.
much rather, if I'm a Michigan fan and I am with the Michigan football team, I would much rather see them stomp Michigan State this weekend.
Yes, Colleen, it is in Maryland.
So
Michigan
yes, Colin might be going to a bowl game.
I'd like to see them stomp Michigan State so that next weekend they're still looking at, we can get in the college football playoff. We've already beat Michigan 15 times in the last 16 years. You know, I don't.
Well,
It's close
I mean,
enough to that.
hang on. We want Ohio State to win purely because if Michigan State wins, we don't have a tiebreaker against them.
Right.
Well, that too.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we need Ohio State to win
Yes, you do.
because we're in deep shit.
Yes, you are.
But like Zolt said, you will never ever hear us utter those words. We want them to win.
I said we need them to win.
Ohio State loses just to despise Michigan.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer. We may slip up yet.
This is a needs and wants kind of situation.
All right, into Sunday. Of course, the officials just keep screwing the pooch. This time we got the Seahawks and Packers game, of all things. Botching a fumble, the first down that never was, and the interception that got flipped and called as an interception that was a drop. So
You're already skipping ahead. You need to go back to last Monday night when we went off the air and the Bears were getting shellacked.
oh yes,
Shellacked.
yes.
And then the ref purposefully walked backwards and bumped into the Bears player and then threw the flag.
Flag on him. Yeah. And then another letter of apology. Shocker. How many more letters? I mean, they're on a.
Didn't I say it last week? There's going to come something egregious that is going to alter the game, the ending of a game, and it did.
Yep.
That penalty last week altered the end of that Bears-Steelers game because I fully believe the Bears were going to beat the Steelers.
Yep.
I seen a meme that was funny, and going back to the Steelers gifted last week, it was a picture of the tight end who fumbled the football with his head down on the bench, and they said, "This is what happens when the refs don't help you win a football game." Football game.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. This is getting really out of hand. Almost every week, they're now shipping out letters of apology. Almost every week so far.
It's because letters cost them nothing. It costs them nothing.
No.
Just write a damn letter, send it off, and they don't care.
But this is what's going to start. Bruiser said it. This is going to start getting to be a big problem. And the more it keeps happening, the more the NFL is going to sit there and go, hey, it's about time you guys are going to need to turn around and, wake up, because they're not going to put up with it. It's like, hey, do we got to bring in the college refs?
College refs aren't any better. Well, look at that Browns game. I said it in our chat yesterday. I said, how many times are they going to – it was 3 plays in a row. 3 plays in a row where I watched the guard who was on Garrett hold and then put the hands right on the face mask and right up into his face. 3 plays in a row.
Called.
Not one call, and then finally it gets called.
Yeah, because somebody had to say something to him.
It's not just. It wasn't even like it was it was incidental or it was kind of hidden when he did it. It was fully blatant in front of the line judge.
And in front of the umpire.
3 plays in a row, hand right on face.
Yep. And the one was right in front of the umpire because he was standing right there.
Yeah.
They showed the camera shot, and it's like, hey, dude's watching it happen. It's like, hello?
And then the next play is when they called it.
Yeah. It's like, dude, seriously.
The amount of penalties that are not getting called, I think, is far more egregious than the ones that are getting called that are bad. Because they're blatant. They're blatant ones that the lay football fan can look at and go, that's holding. And I've watched that hold happen 6 times in a row.
Yeah. And Colleen's right. After the fact means nothing. And it really doesn't, because they don't give a shit. They honestly don't. They could care less. They could totally care less. And it's just like, come on, you guys. This is getting just ridiculous. I'm sure, and of course, Mr. Metcalf is going to be shelling out a little bit of quiche for his face mask grabbing and a little slapping around. Although he did pull a slick move. After he was ejected from the game, he went right back out onto the field into the huddle, and they turned around and they were just about to let it go, and he went, whoa, wait a minute. The referee goes, no, you can't be back out. Get the hell out of here. He snuck right back into the huddle.
Who did that?
DK Metcalf.
Did he go? Me? No, that wasn't. That was that guy. That was Lockett. You threw Lockett out.
Speaking of penalties, did you know today is the 2-year anniversary of Mason Rudolph getting his head caved in?
Yeah.
Came up in my memories as well.
One of the things on my my memories on Facebook popped up a tweet that was from that night that said Steeler fans trying to lecture Browns fans on sportsmanship in class is like Ben Roethlisberger trying to teach a sex ed. Let me pull it up. I'm not gonna do it any justice.
Touchdown,
Check this out.
Rams.
Here's DK Metcalf right here at the top of your screen, and Swain is going to go off the field, and everybody's coming in. He's like, "Hey, no, you got to get out of here."
Steeler fans lecturing Browns fans about dirty plays is like Ben Roethlisberger giving a speech on sexual assault.
Oh,
I will forever not share that.
wow.
It's bad though. Like, it seems like the one thing we talk about every week on Monday night is shocking endings in college football, shitty referees.
Right. So far, it's been a trend. Now, one thing that I did find entertaining was the article about McCarthy, and after the butt whooping, and this is going to be an ongoing theme. The butt whooping that the Cowboys took in Denver, to turn around and motivate his team, he turned around and actually went out and handed out bottles of monkey butt. And
Oh, the anti-monkey butt cream? Yes.
About.
Dude,
If
that
y'all
stuff.
Don't know, it's anti-monkey butt powder.
Listen, coming from a former landscaper, that stuff is amazing.
Yep. Yes, it is. And he actually gave bottles to the whole team. I was like, and the very first time it's like somebody at a certain drugstore company actually turned around and said, yes, there is actually monkey butt. And we're like, why is this relevant again? And they went, yes, Rite Aid sells it.
Sorry, go ahead, Adam.
Touchdown Rams, but it's Higbee. Sorry, not Cup.
Oh, that was like 15, 20 seconds ago.
Nobody said anything. I'm just trying to get everybody's hopes up because I know that all these Cup fantasy football owners are like,
right? They're definitely paying attention. Right.
Listen, as long as Sony Michel does not get a whole bunch of points tonight, I'm okay.
Won't. With Darrell Henderson being there, he won't.
No, it better be. Yep. As I say, it better just be Henderson.
Because I am currently winning by a score of 169 to 138. And someone pulled an Akers and went and picked up Cam Newton last week in their league because I was like, he's going to play Sunday. They don't have to say it, but he's going to play Sunday. And I had Joe Burrow on. And I'm really glad that I went and looked at my lineup about midway through the second quarter of the 1 o'clock games because the Cardinals were playing in a 4 o'clock game and he got ruled and Murray got ruled out. And I went, oh no. Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
And started Cam Newton. My only complaint, though, is that I started Josh Jacobs and left DeAndre Swift on my bench.
Oops.
And that was a bad move.
Yeah, I was going to say. The only thing that ticked me off was that Detroit's rushing touchdowns were not DeAndre Swift. I was not happy about that.
Yeah.
Household name, Jermar Jefferson.
And who was the other one?
You want me to pronounce that?
I'm sorry. Suds wasn't here. I know. Yeah, he was like,
Here, put it up. Put it up on the screen. Let's all take a shot at it.
hang on. I'll give me a second. I'll get him. It's like, holy. Okay, come on.
That Indianapolis defense got me 17 points yesterday.
Y'all have fun trying to take a guess at his name. I already have a hard name I got to pronounce on the show already. That's our linebacker.
Sione Takitaki?
No, the other one, Koamara. I still can't get his name down, Pat.
Is that the guy you guys keep referencing as JOK in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, because every time you put that in there, I have no idea who the hell these guys are talking about.
It's right here.
Oh, Wosa Koamara. That's his name.
No,
No, I'm talking about the
Godwin.
linebacker. I ain't talking about
Godwin.
that guy.
Godwin
Igwebukwe.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Or Igwebuki.
Yeah,
You gotta love the efficiency though. 2 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown.
Right.
Right. Well, I'm pretty sure they said that his one run that he had yesterday was the longest run since like Barry Sanders or something like that. Like that just shows you. I'm like, God damn.
That's all right. Hawkins
33
screwed me.
He screwed a lot of people.
He had one target, couldn't catch it. Come on, man.
I thought, poor TJ. Yeah, I know. I had Hawkinson.
George, why don't you give a rundown of the current standings in the DA League? I want to see where Akers is at.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Hang on.
One column. All I want to see is the Akers column. Everything else should be blacked out.
No problem. I can do that.
What you're saying is you're doing bad, Zolt?
I'm thinking I might have gotten like 3 or 4 this week.
No, he's talking about fantasy.
I'm talking about fantasy.
Oh, that's fine. Fantasy. Yeah, let's bring it. Yeah, let's bring that up. That's fine.
No, we don't bring that up. But we can. My year just been up and down in the DA League. Oh,
that's right. I see it now. I don't want to see the bottom half. You can leave out of the screen.
Oh, no.
George and Adam froze at the same time, and Zolt and I both looked at our screens and were like, what the hell?
Whew.
Jesus.
Wow.
We playing.
This one's going to be close, boys and girls, because one's got Kittle, the other one's got Odell going. It's neck and neck. Burrich versus Akers.
Let's go, Burrich!
Well, that Kittle touchdown
I think everybody room for Burrich.
That's all right. Kittle just caught another long pass.
That would bump Burrich into the playoff scenario. He'd be in the top 6.
What
right,
Akers?
Right now he's 7.
Akers is 4-4-1.
And yes. Burrich is 4-5.
Burrich is 4-5.
I currently
barn burner.
I currently have a better record. I currently have a better record than Akers in my fantasy team.
Yeah, that's a barn burner right there, boys and girls.
Boy, that McLaughlin pick surely worked out for him, didn't he? 10 points. Good job.
3 out of 10. Dude, if it wasn't for Dak this weekend, I don't think I would have fucking won at all, or being close to winning. I'm looking at my score like it's fucking awful.
Ooh, we have a 2000 sighting.
Yeah, that's me. Against the same guy. He put 2,000 on in the first time. This guy got Mahomes.
Yeah,
Taylor,
that's
all his
Leo.
guys went off yesterday.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Leo.
it's
Yes, sir.
Yeah, his team is stacked.
yeah, it's about to be a 3-way tie for first.
Yeah, his team is stacked.
Damn,
That's
another 800 for a quarterback.
I know, right? Who's this?
Yep.
Mahomes.
Yeah,
The way you
Mahomes.
guys do
Taylor.
the scoring
Renfro got a touchdown.
is fucking
Really?
ridiculous.
hang on. You guys, this is Georgia's scoring. We just play
This
it.
is- yeah. This is my scoring system. 1 point per yard. You earn everything.
No, yeah. Ain't nobody on my team show up yesterday. Oh well, but it don't matter. I'm first in the other league, so I don't. It
Hold
don't
up.
matter. First and one.
Hold up. Top of the page, George. Go to the top of the page.
What?
I'm sorry. Are you losing to Suds?
You really want to see this? Here you go. This
You
is
brought it up.
Oh,
Who doesn't want to fucking win?
who did he
This
get his
is
one win
like
against?
Detroit and Pittsburgh yesterday.
Who did he get
Russell
his one win?
Wilson.
Oh, you want a me and
shit
Acre situation
the
from the
bed.
third week? You want a tie?
Russell Wilson has shit the bed. It was not good. Wilson and Metcalf, that was just.
Who?
damn.
What's his name? Dunbury?
Duvernay.
Duvernay.
I don't.
Duvernay,
Baltimore.
Uh,
Yeah.
Baltimore receiver.
That Judy pick up in Sean's league is already paying dividends for me. So I'm gonna
I think I
hang on
picked
to
up
that
Judy
one.
yesterday too in the league. I think it was this one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've just lost Patterson for a couple weeks. He's out. He's now injured.
Oh,
He was injured, so Atlanta's going to be in trouble. Yeah, this one's going to hurt.
aren't they the Thursday night game this week too?
Yes, they are against the Patriots.
Ooh,
Who's the Thursday night game?
Patriots, Falcons.
Falcons and Patriots.
Oh, that's gonna be ugly.
Yeah. Especially after this past week. Whew, Atlanta, it's like, wow, Jekyll and Hyde. Total Jekyll and Hyde routine with them.
Speaking of
Yes.
Speaking of the Patriots, if I have to hear one more broadcaster talk about how this Patriots team and Mac Jones is just like a rookie Tom Brady and the 2001 Patriots team, I might go up into Boston and bomb every Dunkin' Donuts just to shut them all up.
Touchdown 49ers.
Doesn't remind me at all of a rookie
Debo.
Tom Brady because he's not sitting the bench.
A rushing touchdown, by the way.
And I just lost 25 more points to Suds.
Yep, I'm gonna lose to fucking Doug now. That's what I did not need was fucking Debo to get a touchdown.
Oh, all the Rams fans in the stands just clutching their pearls is hysterical.
Damn,
It's fantastic. Yeah, I just yesterday listening to Teddy Bruschi, listening to the guys calling the game, listening to people after the game talking about how much that team reminds them of the 01 Patriots. I'm thinking, first of all, they can't play the Raiders in the snow. You're not going to get the tuck rule.
It was just, like I said, I said in the chat yesterday, it got up 21-7, and I turned it off. I knew it was going to be ugly, and I just couldn't fucking force myself to watch anymore.
I took a nap at that point.
Yeah.
That's one of the good things about working on Sunday. If they lose bad, boop, I can cut it off.
Yep.
The thing about that, about Mac Jones is, yes, Mac Jones looked like a good quarterback yesterday. Looked like an amazing quarterback. However, he's a rookie. Talk to me again in year 3.
Next year when he has a sophomore slump.
No,
Right.
that's why I said year 3. So you're gonna be able to give everybody your best shot this year because they're not gonna have a
Tape
whole
on him.
lot of film on him. Next year is when the sophomore slump happens. Talk to me in year 3 after you've made the adjustments from the sophomore slump, and then we'll see how good he really is.
Yeah.
Right now, he's looking like the best rookie quarterback out of all of them. I mean, granted, it's played.
Which brings me to a point that Adam's not going to want to hear. But I think if you're the Browns going into the draft this year, if there's a decent quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round, I think you draft him because you're going to need somebody because as tough as Baker is and as much as he wants to play hurt, he went down with a knee injury yesterday, and you've already got a torn labrum and a broken humerus. I'm sorry, Evil Knievel can't be being carted out in his cape every week to try and play quarterback and jump over the Snake River Canyon.
And I said that he should have turned around and went, sat out, and got his shit together. But no.
I'm not saying you draft one in the 1st round or the 2nd round, but if there's someone there,
fuck though, that's the problem.
What's that?
There's not a quarterback coming out this draft class that looks like to be worth a fuck, like a, that's a high end, like a Trevor Lawrence and all those guys.
I wouldn't draft one that high. I'm talking get you somebody that's sitting there in the 3rd, 4th round that you can put on the bench and develop a little bit and put some time into, and he'll be there when you need him.
Trying to think of who that would be. I'm going through.
Oh, Akers missed a 750. Oh, ain't that a bitch?
Well.
Oh.
But you understand what I'm saying?
The best one I see is Matt Corral from Ole Miss.
But he'll go in the 2nd or 3rd round before the Browns would even think about it, I would assume. And he's a running quarterback. How tall is he? If they draft somebody that's Baker's size or shorter, we're going to be in the same fucking boat. And the same people are going to be bitching about all the shit they're bitching about with Baker. And I'm not trying to fucking hear that again. And I'm telling you right now, if the Browns let Baker go, I wouldn't be surprised you don't see his ass go to New Orleans and he'll fucking do something down there.
They're not going to let him go. I don't think.
No.
Baker's not done anything wrong this year. You heard Myles Garrett, a very angry Myles Garrett yesterday, say they made no adjustments. Yeah. None. And I think the first person that gets let go in the offseason this year is the defensive coordinator.
Yeah. Agreed.
They literally just ran up the middle.
Agreed.
The whole game.
You're gonna fire a defensive coordinator in the offseason, and your 1st round pick better be a stud middle linebacker.
Yes. A linebacker. I like Anthony Walker. Is he more?
I'd put him on the outside. His closing speed is amazing.
Yeah. I need him to stop trying to pick people up like he's yoking them up to tackle them. No, just tackle them.
Wrap and tackle. And tackle. Face up, head and chest, wrap and tackle.
Yep. I mean, if he can play outside linebacker, yeah, you definitely need linebacker. That should be our priority as linebacker. Linebacker.
I mean, we're all fairly close to the same age, right? Like we're all late 30s, early 40s. Maybe not Clint.
I was gonna say outside of Clint, right?
But when we grew up watching football, you could pick out defensive studs like you have. I mean, they got as much airtime as the offensive guys, right? Like
Bruce Smith.
You got your Bruce Smiths and your Reggie Whites and oh God,
Lawrence Taylor.
You had Lawrence Taylor, but the guy came out of Miami, played in Dallas. He just got into the Hall of Fame a couple of years ago. I can't remember his name at the moment.
Linebacker?
Lineman.
Haley?
Haley.
Haley, who he was Dallas 49ers. Yeah.
But you had Haley. Guys like that. You had outstanding defensive players. And don't get me wrong, you have a few today. Aaron Donald, the Watt brothers, Von Miller, but they're not. It's not as emphasized as it used to be. And I really, really wish that, hey, man, it's okay to go in there and just rap and tackle and just play hard. It's okay. You don't have to go for the big hit over the middle every game.
Well, you also got to understand, too, the times, which I know what you're saying, but the errors are different because they try to do that shit now. They're getting flagged and they're getting ejected.
Also, the rule book needs to go from this to this.
Right. You need to see that more of the refs doing the hear no evil, see no evil shit. You know what I'm saying?
Look, if there's a DB and a wide receiver hand fighting all the way down for a 40-yard bomb that the receiver ends up coming up with, keep that flag in your pocket because those two were playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I don't, as I want the refs to be better, I also don't want them legislating the game because I feel that is what it has come to and is happening now. Zolt's over there playing Galaga. I can see it reflecting off his glasses.
I'm old school, sir. I play Xevious.
Well,
there's about 6 nerds that listen to this that just marked out really hard for that.
I was just going to say, there's a few people do this now. Hey. Yep.
It's all right. I go burger time.
Nice.
Quality.
All right, let's take the quick break before we get into the picks and the nightmare that is the NFL.
Oh,
Witching hours picks still week 3.
Did I get more than 5?
Oh, we'll flip it and see it on the flip side.
Did anybody get more than 5?
We'll take that quick break right here. We'll be right back.
I was walking around with my hound one day. She come along with a poodle and it started to play. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. I said, honey, our puppies are drawing attention. She said, come on inside, I'll show you the whole collection. Hot dog, yeah, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. With this woman child, she dealt me 3 of a kind, and every one of them wild. Hot dog, hot dog, yeah, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. She said, let's spin the bottle, and we spun it mightily. When the spunner got to spinning, it was pointed at me. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. I think I'm getting lucky. Hot dog, I might be getting me some. She had an nymphomaniac sister. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. We went out for ice cream, and I said, honey, I'm down to my stick. She said, my mouth is so dry, I wish I had something to lick. Hot dog, hot dog, Hot dog. Hot dog. Oh, hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. I might be getting lucky. It's hot.
That was quick.
Gotta love that 5d8 fire damage. There, go on.
That thing's rough. I cast that Saturday night, and that was oof.
Brutal.
I spent sorcery points to get a spell slot back just to sling that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm clueless on that shit.
What's that?
I'm clueless on that shit.
You never did D&D?
Same here, never.
Oh.
I haven't played D&D in probably, oh God, last time I played it was 8th grade, so 20 plus years ago. But back when you had Thaco dice, you don't have that anymore. They simplified it now, and it's so much more fun than when it was when I played it back then. I played Shadowrun, Cyberpunk, and Vampire. Those were my go-tos. I do have
a buddy of mine had the 100-sided die.
I have one.
That thing was just insane.
People know when you roll that. Hell, people downstairs know when you roll that.
So we've got about 7 or 8 sets of dice. I have a set that's like polished brass, and even when you roll the 20-sided dice, people know you roll that one. But I have so Zolt, you'll appreciate this. I have the Tiefling, and then I have a level 11 Bard in another campaign that when he casts spells, I use song lyrics to cast them.
Okay.
So we were in the middle of a fight Friday night, and the tank got knocked down, and I said the tank's name, and I said, "You get knocked down, but you get back up again. Ain't nothing gonna keep you down." And I spent a bardic inspiration point for him, so he had a saving throw. So yeah, song lyrics when I cast spells.
Oh, well,
I can't believe
brutal.
I cannot believe I'm about to agree with Skip Bayless.
Right, that's why I put that in the chat. Because I never thought I'd see that.
So Skip Bayless tweeted out right after the Odell caused interception. Somewhere Baker Mayfield is chuckling. How many times in Cleveland did Odell run the wrong route, make up his own route, give up on a route, yet it was always Baker's fault?
Well, with this fan base,
Baker hater right now for that one.
And another takeaway for the San Francisco 49ers.
Jesus. What the fuck's up these last couple of weeks with all these fucking,
turnovers?
Games
the games are just not what they should be. Yesterday's Cards and Panthers.
Sorry. As a Panthers fan, I'm not expecting that either.
It's like, hello. Yeah.
You found out McCarron after Myler, Murray, and D-Hop wasn't playing.
I
got exactly 5. All right.
Here are the 6.
I'm so happy to get a 6.
Clint still has 8.
That's that affirmative action bump.
8.
I'm telling you, every week, dude.
It's this is brutal.
Between 5 and 8, everybody was between 5 and 8.
Yeah.
Dang, I went to what's the name, man? Them Patriots, man.
Well.
I went Browns the last 3 weeks.
I'm going to stop letting you guys influence my picks because I listen to what Zolt says and I'm like, he's probably right. He's smarter than me on this. No, fuck
What
you.
are you listening to me for?
Yeah. Believe me, I learned that lesson last year with Survivor.
And then, it's like everybody was always, well, we'll pick opposite of Doug. Well, then that didn't work out so
Yeah, it's
well.
not working this year.
Because I was
I think
actually
Doug is
going to
probably like,
legitimately
it working.
pick.
Yeah.
I was legitimately going to pick Washington last week. And George in his confidence was like, well, there's no way Brady is going to go up there and lose. And I'm like, well, maybe.
You want to know what's funny about the whole thing, though? I'm sorry, too, because, like, if my friend would have told me this earlier, he probably would have changed some of my picks. He says always that one Sunday, he calls it something Sunday where, like, all the favorites just lose or they look bad. They just get their asses whooped. And this was that week.
Well, that's the
like
hang
what?
on, here's the problem.
14 that scored 40 plus. Like
We had that
Again.
last weekend too.
Right. And the weekend, this has started
Halloween.
since Halloween week. Yep. And they brought that up on NFL Network. They said this is the third week of witching hour. And they're not wrong.
In my defense, though, I only chose the Seahawks because I did not think Aaron Rodgers would start.
yeah, in my defense, I didn't know Big Ben was gonna get COVID on Saturday, and I was banking that Murray was going to play because they're talking about, well, Murray's gonna. He's going to play. He's optimistic. He's going to play. The Colonel said he's going to play. Then they said, no, Murray said he want to try. I'm like, oh, yep, no, he's not playing.
Yeah, but last week Murray didn't play last week either, and the Cards.
I'm talking about this week. Like the Colonel, like he's going to play this week. Then Murray was like, I want to test it out. I'm like, he's not going to play this week. It's about to be Colt McCoy again.
And Cam Newton got signed after we made these picks.
Yeah.
And in my defense, I'm just an idiot and don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. So,
What's the overall standing? Is it close?
no.
It's close because we all probably been so horrible.
Leaderboard is still kind of Clint 87. Doug and I are both tied at 84. Adam's got 83. And then Zolt and Ryan at 79. And Suds at 69. Akers 78. Shrod 76.
Sean and Bruiser tied.
Sean and Bruiser tied at 72.
He got 69 and he missed a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got 69 and missed a week.
Schroeder 76 and missed a week.
Those standings aren't right. Oh, wait a minute. That's week 4. Never mind. I was like, there's a couple of weeks I got double digits.
No. They're there.
Yeah, look at that. For me, 4 straight weeks of double digits and 4 straight weeks of single digits. Consistency, baby.
You pick like Michigan plays football.
Yeah, in the Harbaugh era, that is.
Touche. Okay, on for
if I
this
get
week.
Zolt to crack a smile at least once during the.
I'm all happy-go-lucky, man. Everything's beautiful.
Yeah, the
All
news
right.
right now.
So, for this Thursday, we've got.
Oh, hang on. Numbers. I got numbers.
I was going to say, but this hang on, but on starting this Thursday, or I should say, starting this grouping of picks, and I'll let the guys know if you do not put them in the correct order that I have copied and pasted this damn thing, I refuse to enter in your friggin' picks.
Well, you can't do that.
Getting hardcore.
Watch me.
He's trying to rig it so he can win.
Who are the worst offenders, George? Come on, let's.
I ain't gonna lie, I did it one time. I did it
They are
before.
currently not on this screen.
All the more reason to tell us.
I ain't gonna. I did it once before. I was like, yeah, that's not nowhere near the order. But in my defense, I was close to the deadline and I was at work, so I had to type and Make picks. Make picks.
Yeah, all those who are violators of that are not on the screen. And Clint, you had the death in the family and everything else going on at that time, so you totally got free pass on that, man. You were just like here's my stuff.
Yeah, the rough week. Rough week for me.
Colleen says her battery is about to die, but she says she wants to see y'all Sunday. Yep, we will see you later.
Yeah, we'll see you
very much.
Sunday.
Thank
Bring
you
that
very
A1
much.
list. That list better be A1.
Oh, hello, missing it.
Yeah, I saw that.
It says lost in fantasy, bench Mahomes. Yeah.
Oh God, why you bitching
Is
Mahomes?
Mahomes back to Mahomes? No. No, he's not. Don't jump the gun just yet.
That's funny. My boss is a Chiefs fan, and when they sell him the spread, I think of the game. He was like, "Wow, they're really disrespecting Oakland." But it's so close.
Yeah. And the ass whooping.
And then they just came in to
commenced.
put a beating on them guys.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Zolt, the numbers, the funness and numbers for this week.
You had we got 3 games with double-digit spreads. Generally speaking, a lower scoring week. I think there's only 1 game with an over/under in the 50s.
Must be that Monday nighter.
It is not.
Oh.
The Monday nighter is,
Is the snooze? It's like
I know which game is over
bother.
50. I already know.
The 50.
I think I know which game it is.
It's kind of obvious when you get to it.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Well, why don't we start with the Thursday nighter, the Patriots at the Falcons.
Next.
I got Acres.
Ain't on the show.
I would.
He missed the damn point. Never mind. Jesus Christ.
The Patriots
Just
are
for that,
steadily.
Akers gets the Falcons. Screw that shit.
Yeah, but it'd blow up in your face and the Falcons would win and you'd be pissed.
Yeah, I know, right?
The Patriots are steadily improving on a weekly basis. That defense
they
is
got
starting.
They got the young Tom Brady. They look like the 2001 Patriots, remember?
No.
I will stab you in the throat repeatedly.
You are about to get smacked right through the
Sorry,
damn.
I had to bring it up.
Wow.
But that defense is improving steadily. And they're getting more tenacious at the line of scrimmage with how they blitz. I mean, they were dropping 4 yesterday and just sending everybody else. And that Browns O-line couldn't keep up with that. So I don't know if the Browns couldn't do it, and that O-line's pretty stout on the Browns. There's no hope for Matty Ice and the Falcons.
Free Matty Ice.
Not if they play like they did this
Damn,
week.
Doug didn't waste any time. Doug wasted no time. Copied it off straight out the get-go. Doug just sent all of his he was like, bam, there you go, G. For half a second, I thought Doug was all right. Since we got the Thursday nighter out of the way, next up, first 1 o'clocker, Saints.
Hang on, sorry, I thought we were going person by person. I got a stat to throw out there for the New England game, and
really,
you're absolutely right, Bruiser. Everything you said, their defense is steadily improving as the year goes on. It's not just the defense, though. The last 4 weeks, they have outscored their opponents 150 to 50.
Listen, they could have stopped at 14-7 yesterday. The Browns weren't scoring another point.
Fair. Now we may proceed.
Okay. Next up, the Saints are at the Eagles.
Oof. That spread in this game's got to be under 10.
Yeah.
You mean the over-under?
The spread's under 10, and the over-under's got to be under 45.
The over-under is 43.5.
Ooh. I was going to say 42. Spread is 4? No? Lower than 4?
2.
1.5?
1.5 is a 1.5 point spread.
Wow.
That's them Saints quarterbacks.
Well, they did put Taysom Hill back in there a lot yesterday. And if Kamara's back, it's going to be an interesting running game.
I'll take the Eagles.
Okay, Bruiser piped up first, takes the Eagles. I'm going to go with that.
This might. The Saints. Oh, God. The Eagles. You can't run on the Eagles. They pass defense is so suspect, man. I'm going to go with the Eagles because I can't trust Hill or Simeon to touch that Eagles secondary.
Run the ball.
I was going to say, that's how they're probably going to run the ball.
You're going to see a lot of Jalen Hurts this game.
I am winning friends and influencing people with this pick.
Well, Miles Sanders is also due back.
Can I change my pick to the Saints then since you said that?
Sure.
No, I'm sticking with the Eagles.
Okay.
Miles Sanders is a bust.
Zolt?
I'm gonna go with the Saints. These types of games. This is why I end up with like 6 right in a week because of games like this.
Doug took the Eagles. Adam?
That man hour, he doesn't work this year as much as I want it to. I just don't think Kamara would be enough. And like I gotta go like piggyback off what Clint said. I can't trust either one of those quarterbacks right now. So give me the fly Eagles fly.
All right. Suds also took the Saints. Next
God, just ruined my lone wolf.
Yeah, he did. Next up, the Dolphins are at the Jets.
Oh, God.
Prison inmate game number 1.
Yeah. It's like, ugh. Yeah. Oh, God.
Is that one guy still Stern who said he should be a number 1 pick, first round pick?
When he didn't do shit at Buffalo. Mike White.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, if they're smart, they'll put the other guy back in.
They know better with Zach Wilson.
We got Flacco.
No. The other guy's there.
Zach Wilson.
No.
They only got 3 quarterbacks: Flacco, White, and Wilson.
No, they got Johnson or something.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Josh Johnson. Oh, the guy who always be a free agent on Madden. I know who he is. Yeah.
Damn it.
Numbers, though? I need numbers for this.
I mean, do you really think they're going to help?
Might be.
Over-under is 45, and Miami's favored by 3 as the visiting team.
Yeah, I was picking Miami regardless.
And I believe I saw that they
Miami?
2 at a start.
Doug and Suds also picked the Dolphins.
Give me the fish.
Same here.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might be a running ordeal, except for probably Sean. Adam, what would you like?
Neither.
Yeah.
Take the tie.
Hey, if
Take
you
the
wanted
tie.
to tie, damn it, you should have asked for it last week.
Right.
I
mean,
think
I
if
guess
we knew Big Ben wasn't playing, I think a lot of people would have took the tie.
I think with the way the Dolphins played on Thursday night, if their defense can do that again, the Jets have no shot. So I guess I'll try to roll with the Dolphins.
Yeah, that Dolphins defense against the Ravens was scary.
Unexpected.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things of, was it the heat and humidity, and the Ravens just weren't ready for that?
No excuses.
Yeah. The Dolphins
But
actually
it's
win
going
the
to be,
game.
it's up in New York, so it's going to be cold. It's going to be wet, cold, and rainy. Who knows?
Well, Miami can't run the ball to save their ass. So I mean, like,
next up. This is an interesting one. Washington at the Panthers.
who's at home?
Carolina.
Is Washington at the Panthers.
Lock it up. I'm going with Cam.
And Doug
Panthers.
is taking Washington football team.
Panthers.
Suds is taking the Panthers.
Chase Young hurts. His injury hurts. He can't chase Cam around.
So you're taking the Panthers?
Oh yeah, lock it up.
All right.
I was hoping for Cam to do a dab when he scored that first touchdown. He did the helmet thing,
Yep.
Yeah, I had a small problem with that because Cam was already
I
on
loved
his
it.
own sideline and out of bounds. He was already off the field and he was on his own sideline.
Yeah.
And they still called him
because they said you can't take your helmet off at
But you can't. You can take your helmet off once you are on your own sideline and off the field, which he was. He was on his own sideline and he was off the field. He was already off the field of play. Technically, the refs screwed up there. There was no penalty. I specifically went back and watched the replay just to see where he was. And I was like, yep, he was off the field of play and he was on his own sideline. The refs screwed up again. Stupid technicality, but it was like, damn it. Don't even think about finding the man for it. With that being said, Mr. Zolt, who would you like?
Frankly, I mean, Clint's confidence just totally sold me. Give me Carolina.
Nah, I was going to say, now watch somebody turn around and go in and tear an ankle.
Whoa.
Good night, Bubba.
Pump the brakes on that. I just got McCaffrey in a trade. Thank you very much.
So what you're saying is you're taking the Panthers this week?
Oh, you're goddamn right, because it's Cam versus his old coach, and he's going to give him every reason. This is why you shouldn't have released me to begin with before you left Carolina.
He didn't do the releasing.
Either or.
Yeah, Rivera got fired before they released Cam.
Rivera got fired before he got.
Well, they still don't have a good rapport together. That's why he would never go to Washington. When everybody was like, "Oh, Washington just signed Cam when Fitzpatrick went down." So it's kind of there's hostility there, and this is why Cam can come out and take his anger out.
Yeah,
on his former coach.
It was a situation he fined and suspended Cam for a couple things that
Right.
Cam felt he shouldn't have got suspended for.
Well,
Man, dress code.
I'm going to go off of the coach knows how the player plays, and if it can happen with Matty Ice and getting his ass kicked, I'm going to go with the Washington football team.
It's your bed. You can lie in it.
Yeah, I know. Bruiser?
Give me the Panthers.
This one should be interesting. And Are we getting at least 48 out of this over-under on the Colts at the Bills, Mr. Zolt?
Yes, we are. We're getting 49.5.
Ooh, almost. 49.5, huh?
This could actually be more. I mean, this could be a real shootout.
I was going to
Good.
say,
Thing is, both teams actually have defenses also. So
Yeah.
So this is like a 12-6 Jaguars-Bills game.
God, I hope not.
No.
I hope not.
I have some of these players. Yeah, please no.
Yeah. I can't do a 12-6.
Well, I'm going to tell you this now. I'm going to probably put Cole Beasley on the bench. So anybody else that hasn't, put him in your roster because this will be the fucking week he goes off. That little asshole one got me 19 points last week in Georgia's league.
Doug and Suds both took the Bills. I am also going with the Bills.
Yeah, I'm ride or die with the Bills for pretty much every week.
Clint?
I'm gonna go. If I assume that the star's gonna pick them, I'm gonna let him say it.
No, I'm coming to you first.
You okay?
Going with the Bills.
Circle the wagon.
Circle the wagon, yeah.
Bruiser?
Colts.
Adam?
Josh Allen, Carson Wentz. Yeah. Bills it is.
Well, it's nothing to laugh at because the Colts are Jekyll and hiding it too so far this
Carson
season.
Wentz been
Not
playing
really.
better this year. I would give Carson Wentz his props.
Easy.
He doesn't need. He probably need to change his center. He need to get out of Philly. And
I
don't think
Frank
that-
Reich.
I
That
don't-
helps.
I don't think that the Colts are Jekyll and hiding it. I think that they are a team that started out the year poor and have steadily improved and have had flashes of really good games.
I feel like with the Colts, it's their offense a little bit, I believe, carrying their defense. When it's usually the defense. Something up with the defense. Like
The only
To
thing
me, a
that worries-
they play too much bend don't break defensively. Like
Yeah, but the only
yes,
thing
they do.
Yeah. But the only
And to
thing that
me-
scares me is Mr. Taylor against that Bills defense, which is a little Swiss cheese-ish.
Listen,
Yeah.
to me, a team that's a Jekyll and Hyde team, the Steelers and the Browns, those are Jekyll and Hyde teams.
Touche. And speaking of which, up next, the Lions are at the Browns.
Give me the Lions.
And Doug has chosen the Browns. I'm intrigued to see what Suds has here. He has
smart
gone
ass
with
comment.
Suds has gone with the Browns.
That's one of those picks that he's just like, fuck, he doesn't want to make a pick for either one.
Yeah.
Mr. Zolt.
We got the Lions coming fresh off their non-loss.
Which means they will not be the first team to go 0-17.
Damn right. That ties a W. Yeah, they're going. Browns are going to win by like 14.
I don't think they will.
What
I
Brown
don't
team
think
showing up?
we can stop them.
Are you going to get the one against Cincinnati, or are you going to get the one that played yesterday?
I
No,
think you're going to get. I think you're going to get a mix of the two. To be honest with you,
We
No,
can't
because
really
it's-
stop the run, and we don't have a pass defense.
Yeah.
Something.
That's okay.
Work.
That's okay because if you listen to everybody who's ever been an offensive coordinator who comments on Twitter or Facebook, the Browns don't have a passing game to begin with. So
Well, I mean,
Really? You got to bring up DG? Really?
I'll say this. To me, the final score isn't going to be what matters. What matters to me is do they make adjustments at the half.
Adam?
So this will be one of those games where Baker can come out and throw for 300 yards because, like you said, they can't defend the pass. But it'll be one of those things that, it's the fucking Lions. Baker still sucks.
Well, I don't think Baker's A, I don't think Baker's playing. B, I think it's going to be Chubb all day.
Yeah.
It
And that's
might
the only reason I'll pick the Browns.
it might be, but you gotta
All
got
you're
Hunt.
going to,
Is
all you're
Hunt
going
out
to
for the
ask
year?
Case to
Hunt
do.
could be activated this week. They ain't activated him
Yep,
last week.
Hunt. I was going to say Hunt. I saw that too just a minute ago. That Hunt could.
They was going to activate him last week when Chubb and Felton both got the COVID, but they just wasn't sure on it though.
Yeah, I
If
just
you
saw
have-
that too. So if you're really loading up on that, and you ask Case to just manage the game like you did for the Denver game, then that's all you need.
Yeah, Detroit have no run game. You got to pound the ball down there, throw it. I don't no fancy shits to fancy. Just run it.
Clint,
you have-
Clint, your
if-
official pick.
I'm going with the Browns.
If you have Chubb and Hunt available for that game, then you can just play the supreme game of keep away the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
However, there is something about the Lions where, for whatever reason, they just keep digging, and I admire that.
And trust me, DeAndre Swift, I have no issues with whatsoever.
I will say this: Detroit's head coach Dan Campbell taking play calling duties away from Anthony Lynn seemed to actually have worked a little bit. So I don't know if he's keeping him or not.
God, I hope so. Next up, I smell a trap. The 49ers are at the Jags.
Sorry. That was a 10-point spread.
That's a 10-point
What?
spread. The
Browns
Lions game?
Lions?
The Lions and Browns is a 10-point spread.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Over under 44.5.
Oh, Jesus.
George Kittle just socked with a penalty.
So,
Okay.
the 49ers,
False start on Kittle.
49ers are going to Jacksonville. So, let's see who's got what here so far. Sudsy went with the 49ers. And Doug has gone with the 49ers. And I refuse, so I'm going to go with the Jags.
You refuse to pick the Niners?
Goddamn right. Abso-freaking-lutely. Damn, Doug. Wow.
I hope I score like that.
Good God, Doug. Whew.
Well, can
Okay.
Swift have a $150 rushing in that game, even though they
Yeah,
scored 3?
please. Yeah. Mr.
Yeah,
Result. Who would
It's going to be 3 points if the Lions are going to miss 4 field goals.
that kicker?
You know what?
Over or under? Jared Goff, 150 yards.
Ooh,
I did not need to know that yet, Clint. Shut up.
Just saying.
yeah, this game.
Sure.
This is one of those games where, okay, so we're sitting here watching the 49ers up 2 touchdowns on the Rams, and we're like, wow, world beaters, you know? This is the game they go in and lose. Give me Jacksonville.
What?
The old adage, you win on Monday, you lose on Sunday. Clint, who would you like?
Oh, man. Jacksonville have been improving. Like, even though Trevor Lawrence have thrown touchdown 2 straight games. I can't pick them yet. I gotta go with the Niners.
I did love the play where Lawrence ran 20 yards in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
He made most
He had
of
that
it
Pat
back up.
Mahomes moment. Oh, poor Trevor Lawrence. I'm going with the Niners.
Niners.
Bruiser said he wants the Niners.
Same. I'll take the Niners.
Adam?
I'm like Zolt with the Texans. I can't pick the Jags yet.
Ooh.
That's fair. 49ers are favored by 5.5. So
And by the way, and this is a big if they win this game tonight, it'll be the first home win.
Of the season?
Jesus.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Of the season. They are 0-4 at home.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Next up, never mind. The next up, the game is the Texans at the Titans.
Next.
Give me a second.
This one no double digits.
And over under probably 50 in the Titans.
What?
it's
Go ahead.
the spread of 10. Tennessee's favored by 10, and over under 44.5. So not a ton of points, but they're all going to Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right. Here's our shootout. The Packers at the Vikings.
Nope.
This is a over under of 49.5.
Ooh.
And one team is favored.
And by how much?
Oh, the spread is like 2.5. So
Ooh. Wow. Okay. The Vikings at home?
Green Bay's favored 2.5.
Green Bay is favored 2.5. I'll take the Vikings at home. Let's see what the Doug has taken the Packers. And Suds has the Packers. Adam?
Me and the Vikings again this year. I pick them, they lose. I don't pick them, they win. I don't know what the fuck to do, so I'm just going to pick the Packers just because of Aaron Rodgers.
Bruiser?
Skull Viking.
Zolt?
Packers.
Clint?
That's another team that been heckling this whole year. They beat the Chargers. Didn't put up through. Oh God, Vikings at home.
Yep.
Green Bay looks so bad. I'm still wrong with AA Ron though.
Okay. The Ravens are at the Bears. Let me go see what Doug's got here. Or Suds. Did Suds go with the Bears? No. He went with the Ravens. Doug has gone with the Ravens. Clint.
You're gonna start with me. You know what?
It's weird that we're all kind of gun shy.
I'm gonna go with the Bears. Lamar Jackson could be slowed down with speedy linebackers, and the Bears has that. And their defense is horrible. I think Justin Fields, he played great against Pittsburgh, and they're suck against tight ends. That kid Cole Knet is his name, I think. Gonna have a big game against the Ravens. I'm going with the Bears. Bears get the upset here.
Bruiser?
Who's again? Bears and who?
Ravens are at Chicago. The Bears.
Oh. The Ravens, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Bears somehow won it.
And I'm almost half tempted to just look up a weather report too. It's like, how much snow are they getting? It's like, how much snow is Chicago getting on Sunday? Ooh. Come on.
24-7. Niners just take the field goal.
Get out of here. It is going to be a balmy 39 degrees
In Chicago?
in Chicago. It'll be 39 for the high. Low 29. Damn, that's cold. Oh. And the Ravens running game is shit too. God. Oh. I really wanted to, yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens. Adam?
You guys are all failing to realize who the Bears are coached by. Give me the Ravens.
Zolt?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Montgomery should be back.
Yes.
He was back last week.
Yeah. For what it mattered.
Well, it was a bye week.
Yes.
It was their bye week.
The thing is, I mean, obviously Baltimore started just absolutely on fire, and then it's kind of tailed off.
That's what always happens.
They got a gift this past week because they could be sitting looking at those standings right now, tied with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Now they're a half game up. If they don't turn it on soon, it's going to be too late. So Chicago is a team you can turn it on against. So let's find out. I'm going to go with the Ravens.
I'll agree with you. However, this is what always happens with the Ravens. They always start hot. And then they stub their toe in a game like they did against the Browns a couple of years ago when Chubb had that 87-yard run in that game. And then they're kind of in the middle for a while, and then towards the end of the season, they turn it back on again. Like they don't. The Ravens are one of those teams that don't do consistency throughout the season well. They'll end up with a good record and they'll end up in the playoffs, but they're not consistently good throughout the year. Oh. The San Francisco outscored your prediction, Zolt. They now have more than 21 points. All right. More games. Come on.
Okay,
Yeah.
next up.
I'm going along with this Bears pick.
Yeah, so far, yeah. So far, you as
Come on, Justin Fields.
He's like, come on. Next up, interesting one. We have the Bengals are at the Raiders. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Adam, coming to you first.
Ooh, and this is one of those. Didn't expect the Raiders to get blown the fuck out last night, and I didn't expect the Bengals to get blown out by the Browns last week. But I think with the bye, I think it gets the Bengals healthy. I'm going to go ahead and take the. I'll take the Bengals.
I concur. I was also taking the Bengals. Doug took the Bengals. Suds took the Raiders. Bruiser.
Who dey?
Clint.
Bengals.
So
Yeah, I think that bye is what that team needed. So hopefully they got the ship righted after a couple losses. So give me the Bengals.
the
Rams look
Cards
bad. They look
are
bad,
at
bad.
the Seahawks.
Who at the Seahawks?
Cardinals.
Cards are at the Seahawks.
Is Colin Murray gonna play this week?
They are at the moment still saying no.
Give me the
The
Seahawks.
ankle is still an
Give
issue.
me the Seahawks. Play or not play, I'm picking the Seahawks.
The
Russ
quote
can't go out like that.
from Kingsbury was, "It's going to be close."
No, and they got a bye week after this. He's not playing this week.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, and Colt McCoy picked up a pectoral sprain.
Who's
Although
their quarterback after him?
he's expected to be available.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seahawks.
I'm taking the Seahawks. Suds and Doug both took the Cards.
My fault. Let me say this right, 'cause I haven't said it in like 6 weeks. And Russ, we trust.
Sure enough, I
Adam?
couldn't trust his last night. As much as I don't want, I'm gonna take the Seahawks just in case, because once I take the Seahawks, that means Kyler will start, and then therefore the Seahawks will lose.
Bruiser.
I'll take the Seahawks,
Zolt.
especially with no Kyler Murray.
I'm gonna take the Cards because I think Murray plays. He actually did manage a practice last week, but it was one practice at the end of the week. If he got a practice in last week, he will get more practice.
And it was actually just half of a practice.
I think with their bye week after this week, I think the Cardinals
Right.
play
I
as
was
they
gonna say
just
because
said.
they've got the bye week, and I don't think they're risking it.
He said we're going to take care of Murray. Like he said, like we're
Yep.
not going to rush to the injury. So
Yep. They're sitting in first place. They're still comfy.
It is. I was going to say it's interesting that the Rams are getting beat up tonight because
yeah,
if the Rams were to win,
Then it'd be a
suddenly,
different
then I think they
story.
play.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a whole other story.
Yep. But being that they're getting that whooping,
I'll stay with the Cards.
Game of the week.
the shootout must be the Cowboys at the Chiefs.
That's
Huh?
the 50, ain't it? I knew it.
That's our big dog.
55.5.
I knew it.
And
Start all your Cowboys and Chiefs.
Everybody's starting everybody.
Kansas City favored by 2.5. So this is going to be last team to have the ball wins.
Well, and Doug chose the Chiefs and Suds took the Cowboys, so it's already a split. Just with 2 picks so far going on. This, oh, hello, I hear it. I done did hear it.
You missed like
heard
3
it.
of them.
I heard that one. So
That's a train alert for you audio listeners.
yeah. Bruiser. Cowboys at the Chiefs.
I'm still not sold on the Chiefs. Yeah, one good game out of like 5. I'll take the Cowboys.
Adam.
I'm going to piggyback off what Bruiser said. It's one of those things that, yes, you had a good game when you threw for a shit ton of yards, which is fine, but you've also had 3 consecutive weeks where you didn't throw for shit. So unless you get some consistency, I'm just going to go ahead and ride with the Cowboys this week until you can put it together a string of at least 3 in a row of good games.
And I agree. And as I usually call out, is like, okay, is the book out on Mahomes? The trick is don't blitz him. Sit back in the zone and just turn around and undercut off everything. And don't put the pressure on him. He can't do the dink and dunk. It doesn't work. I am taking the Cowboys too. Clint?
Man, I agree with everything you say. This one game don't mean that they're back. I mean, it was the Raiders. Yeah. Not dissing the Raiders, but like
Yeah, you are.
I think that Raiders game was a focal point that there was extra work done to make sure.
I'm going to say this. The Cowboy defense is atrociously bad. Both their defenses are horrible. Shout out to Diggs. If Tyreek Hill gonna beat him for a couple because he gambles too much on defense. Defense. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going with Mahomes in there. And they're at home. I'm literally picking them because the Chiefs are at home. I'm going with the
Mr.
home
Zolt.
scenario here.
Cowboys, team of destiny.
Just popped Clint's bubble.
Team of destiny.
This Sunday
At
night,
least for this week.
This Sunday night is actually interesting. We have the Steelers are at the Chargers.
What's up with Watt? Is he good to go? Is he out?
At the moment, they're saying it's going to be questionable. They're saying that he's going to try to turn around and push on it, but it's still questionable. Suggs and Doug both took the Chargers already. How about we go with Mr. Zolt to start?
I'm sticking with my up-down theory. Chargers were way down this week, so go Chargers.
Clint?
I'm gonna piggyback on what Zolt said. I mean, I feel like this is their make or break game for the Chargers. Like,
Yeah,
they just been so bad. Like that offense just
they have to win this. Yep.
They have to win this game. This is a make or break, possibly for their season. So.
And
Yeah,
it's prime time. So
and I think I'm going to Chargers to win this game. I think the Chargers will pull it out.
Although I will say this, make or break game. I get what you're saying, but this division is anybody's for the taking because of how bad the Chiefs have been.
Yeah.
I mean, they're literally one game behind. So, I mean, you're right. It is. I mean, they need to pick this up and figure things out.
And both defenses are bleh. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if Ben can throw a ball, if he's not sick, it'll be, I think, the over-under is probably, 47, 48?
47 and a half.
Bruiser, who would you like?
Chargers.
Adam?
I'm going to pull a bruiser, and I'm going to pick the Chargers, but I'm not happy about it.
Just because you don't have.
Would you be happy if he picked Pittsburgh?
Right.
No.
I want them fuckers to lose every week.
The Monday Nighter.
Yuck.
The Tom Brady cup of coffee game.
Yeah.
Giants are at the Bucks.
This is the Tom Brady just got embarrassed game.
So since he had a bad game, I mean, if you use the Cleveland Brown fan analogy, you must have had to bench him because he had such a bad game then.
Bruce Arians got on his ass about them 2 interceptions he threw. He said that's all on you, Brady.
I'm sorry. Are we attempting to say that Baker and Brady are similar?
No, I'm just saying, but that's just
wash your mouth out with soap.
I'm just making sure that's clear.
Good God, man.
This is a 10.5 point spread.
So you want the Bucks, right, Zolt?
Yeah.
Clint?
Bucks.
Mr. Bruiser?
For the record.
Oh, they're playing the Giants. Fantasy fact right now, because this has been proven true, and it won't.
I'll take the Bucks.
Start Mike Evans this week. He always torches the Giants every time he plays them. If you have him,
is fucking Grunt gonna get off his ass and play anymore this year, or what? Like, Jesus, I'm tired of waiting.
Man, I cut Grunt out of my league.
I'm actually going to send a text message and make an inquiry.
All right, because I'm tired of sitting there looking and seeing that little red dot of inactive or out or whatever fucking on my fantasy roster.
Yeah,
Same for AB.
I'm going to inquire with a text message and go, hey, killing us on the fantasy line here.
Same thing for him for AB. Like
Yeah,
he
that's
gonna
not
play.
making me happy in Zolt's league. Ever since AB's been out, I've been having a really rough go.
I got AB in the league too. Yeah.
I'm like, come on, AB. Mr. Adam, who would you like?
I'm definitely not taking the Giants. Give me. Tom's not going to have 2 bad games in a row.
Okie dokie.
But it won't make a difference. But Saquon Barkley has practiced. He's expecting to play.
Yeah, that's another one that's on my list. When I got to run with guys like fucking Williams and whatever from Denver and Myles Gaskin as my fucking running back because of the injury bug. And I wonder why my record's fucking 3-7. Or will be after tonight. I think at this point I'm just going to reel it in and go for that first pick next year.
That's what makes my league fun, is you've got a chance at something.
Yeah, you do. The OH league is so bad.
Especially
put himself back in the
somebody,
run for a playoff spot.
The funny thing is Mr. Burrich has won that first picks for so many years in the Ohio League, and you notice who is still picking first.
Yeah.
And I says, that's not the way that's supposed to go. But he's been the only person so far to do it.
Yeah, the algorithm.
Yeah, something. Or just bad luck. Period. I just cannot believe this game is happening this bad.
I've mentioned it before, George. I don't think that's the prize you think it is.
What's that?
I would not want to ever get that.
Oh, the first pick?
I didn't like it when I had it for Dueling Aces League.
Yeah, it's not a pretty.
No,
I never liked the first pick in any league I'm in.
Nope. It's ugly. It can either be a good thing or a bad thing, especially when it comes to my league and my scoring. It's either a good thing or a bad thing, and just depends on how the season is, and what your game plan is going in, and after those first 18 people get picked, and you get back around to you on that second and third round, you got to make sure that it's who you want.
And you wake up from your nap and you're frantically crossing guys off.
Yep. That is true. It is very true.
I will catch you guys next week.
With that being said, for the gang.
Wait 1 second. So today marked something that happened almost 30 years ago. It was the ending of one of the greatest endings in NASCAR history. It was when Alan Kulwicki won the championship in Atlanta over Bill Elliott and Davey Allison. It was also Jeff Gordon's first full cup race and Richard Petty's last cup race.
I got one for you.
What's that?
Today was the 20th anniversary of the release of the first Halo video game.
Was it really? Wow.
Love me some Halo.
And for those gamers who play and are aware, to celebrate, Microsoft released the multiplayer for the new Halo early. Anybody can just go and play.
Didn't know that.
That's cool as shit.
You're my hero.
See you next week.
Had to get Halo out this weekend. Man.
Wow, that's impressive.
Didn't know that. I love me some Halo. That's my game.